Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to take a look at the procedure for replacing the waste ink pump on a Mutoh 661 printer. Let's take a look. So the first thing that we need to do is gain access to where the pump is located. It's actually located right underneath the cover, just right above here. So in order to do so, we need to remove our cartridges and then remove this side cover right here, and that will give us access to where the pump is located. So we'll go ahead and start. Remove our cartridges located over on this side. And the screws that hold this in place, there's 3 on the back, and then we have 2 located right here. So we'll go ahead and remove those guys. So now that we have those out, we can go ahead and slide the cover off. And we also have this little slot right here. This is where our waste ink tube running down from the pump to our waste ink tank is located. It's a little bit snug to get it through there, so just kind of use your finger and guide it through, and then that will remove our right side cover. Alright, so now that we have the cover removed, you can see right here, this is our waste ink pump. We have the lines coming down. This is from the capping station, and also from where the spit pad is as well. It all comes down right into the pump, and then it discharges through this line, which then goes up and connects to our line going down into our waste tank. So in order to remove this, first thing we need to do is disconnect our power line. So this runs across here and then comes up into here. You can see right down there is where that is. And then down inside of there, kind of hard to focus on it, is where the power connector is, right back inside of there. So to gain access to that, we need to take this cover off here, and that will then give us access to the power connector located down underneath there. So we'll go ahead and do that next. So now that we have that cover removed, we can see right down inside of here, this is the connector for the power for the waste ink pump. Now, one thing I'm going to do, I didn't say to do this in the manual, but just to be on the safe side, I'm going to go ahead and power down the printer. So now that we have the printer powered down, we need to get the wires out of these little brackets right here that hold it into place. And we want to be really, really careful not to damage these wires. So it has this little clip right here that's holding into place. So all you do is stick your fingernail inside of there, lift it up, and then pull it out, and now it is disconnected. Now that we have it disconnected, we'll go ahead and feed the connector down through here, so that way we can remove it from the pump. Just like so. So now that we have the power wire disconnected, the next thing that we need to do is disconnect our ink lines. So this is the line coming into the pump, and this will be our line coming out. And when we buy the pump, it comes with this tube already attached. So we just need to disconnect the F connector from this tube here. And then we need to disconnect this I connector right here from this tube right here. Now, there is some ink inside of these lines, and so I put on the floor down below me some puppy pad to help catch any ink. I'll also get some paper towels to put over here just to help prevent making a mess of the printer as well. I am going to go ahead and put some gloves on since we're dealing with the ink and it can cause skin irritation. So I'll go ahead and get our paper towel and gloves, and we'll get that removed. Alright, so now that we have our ink lines disconnected, we need to go ahead and remove the screws that are holding this bracket into place. So we have one here, here, and then there's another one right back here. So go ahead and take these guys loose. All right, now we have the pump loose. So just be careful. There's probably some ink still inside of the pump. So when you set this down somewhere, set it down in a spot where you have something to catch the ink. All right, and this is our brand new pump. We'll go ahead and get these lines untwisted. And then the procedure for installation is exactly the same as removal, just in reverse order. So what I'm going to do before I actually mount it is I'm going to connect the ink lines. Since these are brand new tubes, I'm imagining it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to get them on. It'll be a lot easier to do with the pump loose than with it already mounted up there. Now you want to make sure that you get it in the same orientation, and you can see right here we have an arrow right there, and that is for bringing the ink in. And then we have another arrow right here, a little bit difficult to see. That's for our discharge of the ink. So the line coming in, that's going to be the one with that F connector with the white lines. And then our discharge is going to be that black line that we disconnected. So I'll go ahead and put my gloves back on, and we'll get it put together. All right, so we'll go ahead and start with our discharge, which is going to be this one back here. Go ahead and pull that guy back down, and then we'll get this guy fed in. And you want to get it fed in all the way in there, as close to making contact as possible. That way you know that you won't have any leaks. Actually went in a lot easier than I thought. All right, and then the same thing with our feed in. We got the arrow right here. So go ahead and connect this guy. And same thing, we want to get that put on as far up in there as we can. And just like so. So now we'll go ahead and get the screws and get this remounted. All right, now we got this guy back in there, and now it may feel a little bit loose, only because it has these rubber mounts that it's on, and it's just to prevent vibration and noise from when the pump is running. So now we need to go ahead and route our power line. I'm gonna go ahead and take these off so I don't get any ink on any of the electrical connections. So we'll go ahead and get this guy fed up through here. Just like so. All right, now we're going to go ahead and reconnect the power cord, and you want to make sure you got it in the right way. You'll see right here, here's that clip, and then on here, this side is where that clip will go in. This side has a little notch that'll actually go down inside of right here. So go ahead and plug it in. Make sure that you got it all the way in there. And now we can go ahead and push these back down inside of these little wire keeps. Now, if you want to go through the hassle of creating that little loop to kind of match like this one, the way that it came from Mutoh, you can go ahead. I'm not too worried about it myself, so I'm not going to worry about doing that. It's a little tight in here, so I just don't want to damage any of the wires in order to do that. But now that we have that in place, we can go ahead and put the cover back in. And so this will slide underneath our spit pad. So go ahead and feed that down and underneath. Get that pulled through. Alright, I'll get it screwed back in place. Alright, so now that we have that done, we'll go ahead and slide the print head back into place. We don't want to have this left exposed to air for very long. I believe the limit is about 5 minutes, so you don't want it to be any more than that. Possibly can dry the print head out and cause you issues. So one thing I'm going to do while I have it open, I like to keep my printer as clean as possible. This isn't going to cause any issues as far as the function of the printer. I just like to have it nice and clean. So I'm going to go ahead and get this cleaned up. I had a black cartridge that was having some issues, so I went ahead and decided to get this cleaned up while I was in here. And down inside of here, there's a little bit of magenta and a little bit of cyan. I'll get that cleaned up as well. All right. So now that we have the new pump installed, we need to go ahead and put the cover back on and then put our cartridges back in. So as you're putting this on, just remember we have that spot right here that the waste ink line going down to the tank feeds through. So just kind of eyeball that as you're putting it on and get that fed through there. Alright, so now that we have the cover back on, we can go ahead and put our cartridges back in. And we'll turn the printer back on. All right, that is it. Well, I hope you found this information helpful. As always, please like and subscribe, and have a great day.